Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you've been dealing with dizziness or feeling unsteady and you notice it gets way worse in busy places like grocery stores, malls, driving in traffic, staring at screens, or even walking past patterned floors or crowds, yet calms down when things are quiet and still, that's a classic sign of something called visual dependence. In simple terms, after an inner ear issue like vestibular neuritis, BPPV, or just a bad virus, your brain starts leaning too heavily on your eyes for balance because the vestibular signals from your inner ear feel unreliable. So it cranks up visual input to an 11. And now any moving scenery, visuals, or complex patterns make you feel rocky, disoriented, or like the world is shifting. The sneaky part? You might not even realize you're over relying on vision until you try closing your eyes and suddenly you feel wobbly. The great news? You can train your brain to dial back that visual crutch and rebuild trust in your inner ear and body senses. By the end of this 10+ minute video, you'll know why visual dependence happens and why it's so common, everyday clues you're visually dependent, and the exact step-by-step exercises, home-friendly, progressive, to reduce visual reliance and get your inner ear back in the driver's seat. Let's break the visual trap and get you steady again. So quick balance 101. You have three main systems keeping you upright. The vestibular, inner ear gyroscopes telling you about head position and motion, visual, eyes giving you a map of the world, and something we call somatosensory or proprioceptive, body sensors in joints, muscles, and feet telling you where you are in space. Normally, these three work together like a dream team, with the brain blending inputs seamlessly. But if your vestibular system takes a hit from infection, head trauma, aging, or even prolonged dizzy spell, the signals get weak or noisy. Your brain, being smart and going into survival machine mode, says, okay, vestibular, you're being glitchy. Let's trust the vision more. Over time, this becomes a habit. You get visually dependent or visually reliant. Now your brain freaks out when visual input is confusing or overwhelming, like moving patterns, crowds, scrolling, driving, because it's relying on eyes for stability that should come from the inner ear. This is super common in vestibular disorders. It's often called visual vertigo or visually induced dizziness. Symptoms aren't that true spinning vertigo. It's more like a rocking or swaying, disorientation, or feeling off in visually busy environments. The vicious cycle, the more you avoid those situations, safety behaviors, the more dependent you stay. Your brain never gets the chance to recalibrate and trust your inner ear again. So, if you spot 4 or more of these, visual dependence is likely playing a big role. Dizziness or unsteadiness flares dramatically in visually stimulating places, supermarkets, busy streets, malls, airports, watching TV with motion, or scrolling on your phone. Symptoms are way worse with moving visual fields, like you're a passenger in a car, watching scenery whip by, or patterned carpets or floors. You feel steadier in dim lighting, empty rooms, or when focusing on a single fixed point. Closing your eyes makes you feel more wobbly or off balance, especially standing still or walking. If started after a vestibular event that mostly resolved, but this visual sensitivity lingered. Quick head turns or walking while you're looking around ramps up the unsteadiness big time. Bonus, you might avoid driving, crowds, or busy stores because they make you feel seasick or foggy. So these simple tests show if vision is overcompensating. We call it the modified Romberg test, number 1. So I want you to stand with your feet together, arms at your side. First, you're going to try this eyes open. Time how steady you feel. Your aim is 30 seconds. Then you're going to try your eyes closed. If you sway a lot more, drift, or need to open eyes quickly because your eyes are closed, that's a sign of heavy visual reliance. Your brain is missing those visual cues. Test number 2, eyes closed marching. March in place, high knees, eyes closed for 30 to 60 seconds. If you rotate or drift significantly, especially consistently one way, vestibular input is weak and vision was helping. Test number 3, busy visual challenge. Walk down a hallway staring at a fixed point ahead. Steady. Now walk while slowly scanning side to side, looking at shelves. If unsteadiness jumps, visual flow is overwhelming your system. If these feel harder than they should, keep going. The fix is are next. This is vestibular rehab gold. Gradually challenge your brain to rely less on vision and more on vestibular and proprioceptive inputs. Go slow, consistent, and stop if your dizziness spikes too much. Should be mild to moderate and settle within 20 to 30 minutes. Step 1, get baseline and reduce fear. So see a vestibular PT, whoop, whoop, or specialist to confirm and get personalized guidance. Knowing it's fixable cuts that anxiety out. Step number 2, progressive eyes closed or eyes limited balance work, the core of reducing dependence. So a start would be standing feet together or tandem, one foot in front of the other, eyes open 30 seconds, then eyes closed, hold on to a counter if needed, build up to 60 seconds. A progression of this would be single leg stance to eyes closed, hold the wall if you need to, or stand on a foam pillow cushion to challenge that proprioception. Advanced, woo, getting tricky around here. Walk heel to toe, eyes closed in a hallway, or march in place, eyes closed while turning your head slowly. You want to do this 2 to 3 times a day, 1 to 2 minutes each. Your goal, your brain learns I can balance without constant eye input. Step number 3, habituation to visual motion. So we want to desensitize that trigger. So gentle exposure. Watch a video with moving patterns like optokinetic stripes, free YouTube optokinetic stimulation videos for 1 to 2 minutes a day. I definitely give this to my patients. Start seated, build to standing. In real life, you want to take short walks in mildly busy places. Start with a quiet store aisle, so you may have to think about off hours. Build up to the supermarket. Look ahead, not down. If you're looking down, you're becoming super heavily reliant on that vision again to keep you balanced. Gradually, you want to increase time and exposure. Step 4, head movement and balance challenges. Force vestibular reliance. So walking head turns. Walk straight while turning head left and right rhythmically, like scanning in a tennis match. Start slow, eyes open, then add eyes closed segments. Gaze stabilization with reduced vision. Hold a target. Move head while focusing, but do some reps with peripheral vision blurred. So soft focus or dim light. Step 5, daily habits. Practice natural posture and movement. Avoid that stiff guarding. Get outside for varied terrain walks. So we're walking on grass, sand. This forces more vestibular use. And make sure you're tracking your progress. Note which situations feel easier over weeks. Most see big drops in visual sensitivity in 4 to 12 weeks with daily, consistent practice. Bottom line, peeps, visual dependence is super common after vestibular issues, but it's not permanent. It's also super common as we get older. We become a lot more reliant on our visual system. By gradually pulling back on visual crutches and challenging your inner ear and body senses, you can retrain your brain to trust the full balance team again. If you want my full visual dependence protocol, printable trackers, slow-mo exercise demos, including eye closed progressions, and weekly live Q&As, join the Balance Blueprint. The link is below. First week is on us. Smash like if this explained your busy place dizziness. Hit that subscribe bell for me for more vestibular wins. And comment visually dependent but fighting, or which test felt hardest tonight. I read everyone. You've got this. Stay steady. See you inside the next video.